Just when you thought we were out, you pull us back in.
We're back in and we're riding through this world all alone. But we're not all alone. We're with you guys as we relive the Mayans MC experience. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. And we are going to be rewatching the Mayans, yes, from the premiere in Season 1 all the way to the finale in Season 5. Why are we doing this? Apart from the obvious, we want to punish ourselves by watching mediocre Elgin James television. But the real reason is we've got a bunch of videos that we need to make overall from the entire show. We need to rank every single character that has been in this show from Season 1 to Season 5. And quite frankly, to do that properly and to give our honest opinion on a lot of these characters, we need to rewatch the show because it's been years since we've seen Season 1 and Season 2, and we just can't do it fairly. So in order to make the couple of videos that we want to make, we have to rewatch the entire show. And who knows, maybe there's things we'll pick up on. Maybe we can get to discuss things and break things down that we didn't do previously. And
some more fairy fids as well.
Maybe there'll be some more fairy fids along the way. But like I said, when we do finish this, when we get from Season 1 to Season 5, for us, that's the Mayans MC chapter over. So if you enjoy these Mayan fids, then keep enjoying them, because sooner or later they will come to an end, as all good things do.
Just not tonight.
But not tonight, no. Tonight we're here to break down the premiere, which was Pero/OC. And you know what? When I originally watched this, I thought it was a good episode. Looking at it back, I stick by that. And I would actually maybe say, I think especially seeing future episodes and later episodes in the season, it makes me appreciate this one a little bit more. I thought this was a very good episode, a very good opener. I believe I gave it an 8 out of 10 in the review, and I think it is worthy of an 8 out of 10. Very strong opening episode, and a lot of the characters, I think, were better in this premiere than how they end up in the... you look at Miguel Galindo, he felt like Miguel Galindo in this. He felt like a badass, someone that you could not fucking mess with, someone that would be willing to hunt you down, kill your family, kill your dog, do whatever it takes. If you cross him, you were a dead man, and everybody that you loved were dead. That's the kind of feeling you got from Miguel Galindo, but the longer the show went, he kind of just got castrated and he became a little bit of a bitch.
I know, I totally agree with that, but then you look at the other side, the flip side, and I look at people like Gilly and Hank, and there's just no development from this episode to the fucking final. I think that they are pretty much the exact same person.
And some, not even some of them have progressed, some of them have declined.
Regressed?
I think if you look at Bishop, by the end of the last couple of seasons, he's a moany little bitch.
Yeah.
At least in Season 1, he did feel like a president, albeit he kind of backed off. You know, he didn't really go toe-to-toe with Miguel Galindo, but I think that's the fear that the Galindo cartel had on everyone else around them. And you can argue that, yeah, maybe Bishop declined when he lost his president patch, but for me, there's just the regression of that character is insane. But we put up a poll here. What was your favourite moment from the episode? So we put up 4 options, and it was Mayans ambushed and the drugs stolen at the very start. Then we had Alvarez arriving at Santo Padre, obviously to discuss the Galindo problem. We had Samdino helping the Mayans capture Afa, because Afa was the one that basically put the whole stealing the drugs in motion. And then at the very end of the episode, we get Angel revealing to his brother Easy that he is indeed working with Adelita and that he is pretty much betraying and being a rat himself against the club.
Yeah, and I think in this episode you just realise how Kurt Sutter can structure an episode and how Elgin James can't. Elgin James is just scenes from the gala.
Yeah, this was great. I think this flowed perfectly from start to finish. And you guys voted majority, 54%, Samdino helping the Mayans capture Afa. It was nice to see Samdino and the Mayans coexisting here. We also got the return of Robert Packer. Not Robert.
Les Packer.
Les Packer.
Robert Patrick playing.
I almost got it right. I covered both names.
Oh, you did.
And we got to see the return of Robert Patrick, and I just wish we'd seen more of Robert Patrick. We get to see him once in Season 1 and once in Season 2. could they not have made him a reoccurring character? I guess technically appearing once a season for the first 2 seasons is reoccurring. And I know there was that issue when Kurt Sutter left that Robert Patrick was loyal to Sutter and he didn't really want to appear anymore. But I think it would have been good if he could have at least appeared more in the opening 2 seasons. You could have surely found ways to include Samdino more. Or at least Robert Patrick more.
Yeah, because they weren't even really needed here in this scene.
Yeah, I mean...
But they just show up and it's like,
by the time...
for 2 years, and then that's it, he leaves.
Yeah, he makes like a wee racist joke about, oh, you got a loaf of white bread, some of that dark meat and wrapped in a tortilla. But by the time Samdino arrives, it's like, the fucking Coco's pretty much killed all the Samoans anyway. So,
yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I like this. And another thing I would have preferred would have been if they had and I know this is like long term and they probably didn't even have this in their heads at the time, but it would have been nice if we could have seen some of the future Samdino members in this scene.
Yeah, like Terry.
But they didn't do that. They only focused on Robert Patrick, and I get it. Everyone that's with Robert Patrick here, they're probably just like extra cast members.
Yeah. And also, it's not like Kurt Sutter had this in mind.
You know, I don't expect them to cast people for Samdino and be like, here, we need you to be casted here for a 2-second scene, but we'll bring you back 4 seasons later. I don't expect that to happen, but they do that in season 3, where we do get like a brief glimpse of Terry with Montez, and it turns out he is brought back later. So I did enjoy that, and I think it would have been good if they could have done something similar here, but I get it. I mean, we're talking... The whole Samdino thing in season 4, with especially when you consider the strike, that's like 4 years later. So I don't expect that kind of longevity to carry over.
No, I'm definitely not. But you know what? It was a good moment.
It was.
I think you couldn't really have used Samdino in a better way just to see the SOA patch return. I mean, obviously you want Sam Crow, but they're not just going to whip out Sam Crow in the first episode.
No, they're not. But to see any form of Sons, I thought it was good and maybe help, you know, bring in the loyal SOA fan base. Coming in second place with Alvarez arriving, 32%. Just seen Alvarez arriving at Santo Padre.
With his cut on.
President patch, just looking like an absolute badass. Suit it and boot it. I mean, it's a great scene. And when the Mayans originally got announced, I actually thought it was going to be based on Alvarez's Oakland charter. So I was disappointed at first, but the fact that we did get to see Alvarez and he was like a mainstay in the show definitely helped.
No, it definitely did, and I remember the promo image was like him and Handlebar. And you're thinking, we're getting Oakland.
We're getting Oakland.
If only this channel existed back then.
If only. Coming in at third place, we had the Mayans getting ambushed by the Samoans and then them having the drugs that they were running for the Glindo cartel stolen. I thought this was a pretty good start, you know, to the show. They went with something. I think this was a better start than what Sons did, to be fair. With just the Mayans simply stealing the guns, but with no Sons members active. We actually got
what I would say, actually, just for kind of taking all of these moments, especially the Samdino one, I think the shootout was a bit excessive for the pilot. Would you not agree?
Aye, no, definitely.
I understand here. Clubs have guns, right? But Sons didn't exactly kick off. They only used RPGs and the heavy artillery when they were fucking in a land. They were in a fight with the cartel.
Look at the scope Coco had, like it was...
No, but like they're in a graveyard here fucking firing like completely automatic weapons. It was a wee bit...
Ah, well, it was a good place to kill half of these Samoans, wasn't it?
Aye, well, it was,
Killed them pretty close to their resting spot. But yeah, no, I thought it was a good start to the episode with obviously the drugs being stolen. We have a Creeper getting shot. Bishop's like, you any fucking idea whose shit you're stealing there?
And they put all his guns down.
Yeah. It did look a bit weak. Like, I couldn't imagine Clay letting someone stealing his guns. He'd have been firing every last bullet. But it was a pretty good scene. And then the final scene, really, of the episode, I wasn't a massive fan of it, but it was a bit of a shock. Angel revealing to Easy that himself, Coco, and Gilly are actually working alongside the rebels. And
again, I think this could have been dragged out a few episodes. I think to reveal this at the end of the pilot's a bit...
True, but it is a big reveal. I think it's a big moment.
It is a big moment, but...
You know, to end the episode on, because I think that's what you want. You want like a cliffhanger. You want a big reveal, especially at the end of the opening episode, and for me, this delivered.
It did, but is it the sort of cliffhanger that makes you want to tune in the next week, or is it the sort of cliffhanger that's making you think, we have to cover rats? Because I know what I was thinking at the time.
Yeah, it did put me off those three a little bit, but let's get into the comments and see what you guys thought then, and then we'll give our final thoughts overall on the episode. So again, we'll go in newest first, because that's the way we do things here. Bridget Connor said, Packers' nonsense about the Samoan sandwiches prepared with white Wonder Bread and Mexican tortillas was one of the very few scenes in the series I found humour in, so it has my vote. Nothing will ever compare to Chucky being at the clubhouse for the first time, casually putting his hands down his pants while talking to Clay, while Piney and Hassack look on completely bewildered. That was a great scene. I loved that scene. Loved Chucky, and it's just a shame that the version of Chucky that we got in Mayans, it sucked. It really did.
Yep, but he forgot to take his wee ADHD tablets for sure.
Kind of similar to Potter as well. We just got these really ramped up crazy versions of these characters, and they didn't need to be, because the Chucky and Potter characters were great in Sons. They didn't need to ramp them up by 1000. You know.
No, I just don't get though why. I mean, at least with Potter, you could just argue it's his intellect. Well, with Chucky, why would he go for like rhyming a few words to just being completely fucking brain dead? Like, see that poker game he got won in? Did he get battered as well?
I see, before they hand him over, did they get a fucking lead pipe and give him the Opie treatment or something? Because the way he gets on in Minds, you'd think so. But no, the Samoan sandwiches joke was good. I enjoyed that, and the Chucky as well. Absolutely fantastic.
Chucky or not.
In SOA. Swordsman, Gemma option should definitely be here. I mean, I think the Gemma cameo is a cool little cameo, but it's not something that I don't think it's not.
I did fight for it to be here. I guess you've also got the fact that Emily reveals that she got an abortion and Easy's been shafted with the cameo. It's not like Gemma's just there for no reason.
In terms of a moment, though, I don't think it's a bigger moment than any of these four.
No, but I think people will remember Gemma's cameo rather than Angel revealing he works for Adelita more.
No, I agree with that, but I mean, at the end of the day, she had one word.
It's if but
did she not just say asshole?
Aye.
I mean, come on, fuck.
Asshole.
James Toner. Alvarez and a few Oakland Mayans arriving at Santa Padre Mayans clubhouse was the best moment. It brought joy into us all.
It did.
I mean, it did. You know, when you seen Alvarez, you thought, thank God, Alvarez, the saviour, our Mayan saviour, is here.
It's weird. I actually feel like we've seen Alvarez made you feel like this universe is connected more than seeing Packer with the Suns cut. Or is that just me? Or is that probably because Alvarez is just a bigger character?
Yeah, I think I would associate Alvarez more with SOA than I would Packer.
Yeah.
I mean, Packer's a guy that got like 2 scenes really.
Even though Packer's actually SOA.
Aye, but Alvarez is like a mainstay, so it is what it is. Well, Unser's technically not SOA, but you'd associate Unser more, wouldn't you, than Packer? I mean, why?
First 10.
Unser's got everything but the cut, don't he? I mean, at the end of the day. He probably does. Like,
he's got the ink.
Tyler, he probably does. Tyler Nelson said Alvarez riding in with Daddy Rolling Stone was amazing for the first episode. Yeah, I mean, that's what you guys voted for overwhelmingly there, 54%, so we all seem to be on agreement. Young At said the Gemma cameo was at this episode. We replied, yes. There you go. And finally, Brodo says, gas it up and detail it. I don't want to see a speck of dust essay.
Hey, Connor.
That was I like that. Easy, going for the handshake, and Alvarez is like, look at you little bitch prospect, go and shine my bike.
You wouldn't be saying that in 4 seasons' time, though, would you?
No, but shine your own bike, Alvarez, or I'll get you a shiner. But, overall, a good episode. Would this probably be the top 10 episodes of the entire series? I think so.
Easily.
I think so.
Bear in mind, there's only 50.
Yeah, this is definitely the top 20%.
I look at season 4 and 5, I just don't really see many episodes getting above this.
Yeah, no, I
can think of like 3 that are in the conversation.
Yeah, but overall, really good, strong opener, and I just wish every other episode was as good as this.
And you would have had a fucking great show.
It would have been a great show. This is a great episode, let's make no mistake about it. This is a great opener, and I think it's up there with Sons.
Nice, yep.
So, yeah, guys, that is it. We've been Fog Entertainment. we are now going to watch Mayans MC Season 1 Episode 2, and from what I recall, Episode 2 does kind of go downhill, and I think this is the best episode of Season 1. I don't think this will be beaten.
Easily. No, it will not be beaten.
But
maybe the discussion will get beaten though.
Yeah, make sure you guys will put the poll up. You make sure you pick your favourite moment, and of course leave your comments down below. We will read them all out as we always do. We've been Fog Entertainment. We'll catch you next time for another Mayans MC episode discussion and breakdown. But until that time comes, we'll catch you then. Peace.